what's going on? UBA all day. We up here, Northeast Unholy Alliance is the voice of choice, Sean I face it, and I'm being joined by the one and only man, myth, the brain himself, Malachi, not less, but Malachi Moore. What up?
How you doing, sir? Good to see you, man.
Oh, man, it's always a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have two outstanding gentlemen here. Who are we sponsored by today?
Oh, well, shout out to Anara Media. They are bringing you this match here, this WCS heavyweight unranked contest right here, best of 7 between Mr. Drop the Pin himself, Keyshawn Stevens, and Chris Riordan. Chris Riordan representing Total Mayhem.
Yes.
And, of course, Key Glock himself, Keyshawn representing Exit.
Exit Wounds.
Right there. We already know what Exit, they bring it all the time, but Total Mayhem causing just that right now, leading right now.
They like ran 4th place currently.
Yeah.
And right a couple of points behind
Murder
Inc. In that division. That's a tough division.
Yep.
These guys are, and this, okay, Mr. Stevens start off with a strike.
Right.
These two gentlemen have a $100 bet in between them.
Yeah.
You know, we just want to see, who wants, they both willing to back each other. You know, saying that they think they both can win the match.
Yep.
So I asked them kindly in a nice little gesture, who do you think you'll win? Who do you think and how much do you think you'll win, win the match? Each said that they win the match. They said they'll bet. They said put a small bet. I said, $100 bet for you guys? They said yes. So we're going to see Mr. Rears picks up his spare.
Yep.
And now we're just going to see how it goes from here.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, that first frame is him, Mr. Riordan's rear view. Unfortunately, it was not a strike, but he did get a slash and not a dash.
Exactly.
So we got Keyshawn right here, Key Glock. And speaking of Key, what are the keys to victory, especially when you have a one-on-one best of 7 contest, being that you, too, are a former champion?
Yes, I am. I'm a 3-time champion. You're a 2-time champion.
That's all right.
But the thing here is when you first have your first match, these two gentlemen's first match in the WCS Northeast heavyweight division, and what you want to do is you want to at least start off real early with some strike. Now, he got a little, what you call Jersey strike, but he's going to New York on that one.
Yeah. Well,
but he is from New York,
you
too.
want to say he went Brooklyn from the left side?
He went Brooklyn from the left side.
Well, you mentioned earlier, and that was an early drop, early roll, but unfortunately, he got a some merciful carry on lane 13.
Yes.
Wasn't bad luck there.
Now it looks like Mr. Stevens is up. He doesn't have a ball that is as dull as Mr. Riordan's ball is. I'm not sure if he's using a dulled up. Mr. Riordan looks like he's using a dulled up Summit. But the way he's coming out the ball, that ball is going Jersey. Now, let's see what Mr. Stevens doing. His second ball, if he strikes here with a double, that could be interesting going forward. Oh, he turned around on him.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Hey, he said he's not going to stop, so every pin gets dropped.
That's
he's representing that drop the pin, and he's going for the win in this contest. He wants to be a champion. He walked like a champion, talked like a champion. He's striking like a champion. And if you are one Northeast heavyweight champion, congratulations to Keith Perry.
Well, that's not put him in the championship. You have to climb that ladder first, okay? Mr. Steven, hold on now. Hold on, because you a former champion.
Yes, I am.
You don't just walk in there. Now, you have to have a mindset. He ain't Mike Tyson. All right, he might be the Mike Tyson of bowling, but he ain't there yet. All right, I've seen him grow as a bowler. He's right there. Let's see if he gets 3 in a row. He has 3 in a row, which is nice. All right, we're not taking nothing away from him, but we're not going to put him at championship level yet. Okay, there's some levels you have to go to in order to become a champion.
There are indeed levels.
Because then you're demeaning or you're taken away from the championship thing as if anybody can become champion. We both know that is not easy.
Well, that's one thing I will say. And, bowling is a game of chance as well as a game of skills intertwined to make hopefully a lovely tornado of strikes and good shots. And good shots is something that Riordan needs to find and needs to find fast. They always say, how's the left? But right now, the right is looking all right, especially for Key Glock, who's dropping the pins all over Chris Riordan.
Is he ever. He's all over him right now. And if he keeps throwing 7, he's going to be out of here very quickly. This is not going to even be a match now. What he got on his shirt? White Property or something as his nickname? Oh, boy.
Well, let's see if he has some good real estate on his spear right here.
Right now, man, I don't know. He doesn't look comfortable. To me, that ball is a little bit too strong for him right now. He might need the ball down ball down just a little bit early on because that ball, he's only one on the left side. Well, why would you burn your line up? It's just my opinion. I'm not that smart.
Well, they do say the brain always thinks.
You know what I mean?
And
But
right
I'm thinking that he's either not throwing the ball with authority. He's already moving to his right already. That's too much movement in the very beginning of a match.
I definitely agree, especially when you don't have a chance to really get your legs under you, especially use a boxing analogy earlier. You get steady legs, you can stay through the rounds.
Exactly. Now, I will say that Mr. Stevens, okay, he's still throwing these the ringing 7-pin. He still doesn't seem like he's settled into the shot. Some people become very stubborn when it comes to utilizing a bowling ball. By that time, Mr. Stevens would have ran away with this match. He throw 2 more strikes. He's looking at him and say, night-night in the first game. I know it's the first game.
True.
But you do not want to be struggling trying to figure out. Now, he had all that time during practice. He didn't go up there and practice like he was supposed to. He threw a couple of balls thinking that, I got this. Now, oh, Lord, he just missed a 7-pin. Is he a heavyweight?
Well, you know what? Even sometimes heavyweights try to, dance around the ring a little bit. But while he's dancing, Key Glock is swinging for the fences. And you know what? He's also connecting. He's already connected 3, and he's trying to connect 1 more to make 4.
Yes, Mr. Stevens, once again, he represents who again?
Mr. Stevens represents Exit.
Woo!
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
the name.
Yes, sir.
And,
Yes, sir.
And right now we need to check on the wounds of Chris Riordan. But you know what? It is early, so we are not going to.
Oh, he turned around on him. Oh, now he got a ring. He leaves a ringing 10-pin. Now I'm not a big proponent of moving around, doing a lot of movement when you're at the line, because you want to make sure that you stay in the shot. He could have, to me, he could have had 4 in a row. He don't need to. He cannot miss this pin. If he missed this 10-pin, now he's going to open up to allow Mr. Chris Riordan to get back in the game. I never, ever, ever believe in allowing a bowler to get back in the match. If I got 3 on him, I'm trying to go for 4.
So
forget all the. He
picked it up, and it's good.
Yes, he did pick that up, but he needs to make sure he don't take this guy Chris Riordan for granted, because anything can happen in a match. We both know that.
Well, definitely displaying some of his football skills with that soccer fashioned spear ball, and he had no problem kicking that 10-pin out the park. Now, one thing I always like to say about these WCS matches, best of 7.
Yes.
You've been involved in them. They're marathons, not sprints.
Yes.
You definitely want to get that first game to make a statement, but also remember, and you alluded to preserving energy, you got to make it through potentially 7 games. Okay, and that was the 7-pin that got dropped.
Now you see Mr. Riordan kept his face down towards the lane and stopped doing spin around Michael Jackson moves. So let's see if he continues on with the sight. See, he stayed with the shot. He got a strike. Now at this point, it looks like to me he's up by what, 31 at the moment.
Indeed.
Let's see what what kind of answer Mr. Riordan does. Does he stay with the same ball, the summit? As we see that the way he was throwing it was to give him a lot of trouble. Let's see what he does here. If he doesn't throw a strike here, you might say goodnight, Irene, for the first game. And he does another ringing 10-pin.
Okay,
I mean 7-pin.
Well, the bad thing is potentially we'll lose game 1. The good thing is,
I'm gonna say he lost game 1.
Okay, well, we can even go with that.
Yes.
But we could also go with this. If you know, and you've seen this happen before, maybe in some of your matches and in other matches that we've called, if you know that this game might potentially be a wash, start going through the bag, ball down, relax, get your feet under you.
Yes.
Get your mechanics in your hands so you can finish every shot, and then regain that rhythm to now any piece is your partner.
Yes, you get yourself set up for the second game, and all I would do from here on out, I would be looking to get locked in some kind of way, I would try different balls like you said, and see what it is that we need to do in order to make it so that I can at least compete strongly in the second game. This game is a wash as far as I'm concerned, because you're in the heavyweight division. In the heavyweight division, it's not like the cruiserweight and the welterweight where you still stand a chance of getting back in it. He's still ringing the bell on that 7-pin.
Well, I'll give him points for consistency, but he's consistently leaving the 7-pin.
Now, because he's a young, nice bowler, I like his game. He's a lefty. What would you do in order to make adjustments on this? Unfortunately, he keep ringing the bell on that 7-pin. He's not going to get no strikes. What would you do? Would you slow your ball speed up? Would you change balls? What would you do here?
I agree with what you said before about bowling down and kind of finding a rhythm. Keep yourself more squared up, or even a little more up your side, his side being the left side.
Yes.
Just something just to create a track. I mean, he's creating a track already, but the thing is he finding the track or is he chasing the track? That's the thing. That is the question.
Right now, I think he's fishing.
Yeah.
And when you're fishing, you got to make sure that you figure out what kind of ball should be utilized here. Does he need an asymmetrical ball? It looks like he's going to look for a ball change. What kind of ball is that he picked up there?
You want to get a look?
Oh,
And I know what he left.
The 8-pin.
Yep, the not so great 8.
Yeah.
Stone 8.
Yeah, that hurt right there. He did not hit the pocket nicely to the pocket, but he's not in danger of losing this match right now. As long as he don't miss it. We never take any pins for granted. But in this house, you need something. It looks like he picked up the hustle.
Sometimes you gotta hustle and hustle hard. Hopefully that hustle goes hard enough for him to come back.
But see, the only thing is the hustle is a nice ball. I have that in my repertoire. The only thing is sometimes, depending upon the lane condition, it's a flexible ball where he can actually, depending upon if it grips the lane. See, he never used that in practice. That's why when you come to a house you don't normally bowl at, you bring out 3 different balls. You bring your benchmark ball, your stronger ball, and your weaker ball, and you build around that. And then you practice 3 different lanes and your 7 and 10 pin, depending upon what arm you are. I didn't see him practice the 7 pin. Boom, he missed that first one. You know,
and this is true. And you know, a lot of the Hall of Fame caliber bowlers who've been in this game for a while.
And Mr. Stevens throws another strike.
And yeah, carry on, carry on. And as I was saying before, a lot of the old school bowlers, they will tell you, I don't even practice strikes. I will practice key spares because anybody can get the carry, but can you carry your spares and carry yourself to a win?
And on top of it, being young, and I'm not saying anything about Mr. Riordan, but being young, sometimes you allow your emotions to lead you more than your skill set. And so right now, we see what he does with the hustle, see if he comes out the ball, see what kind of range he had. Okay. He's lost right now.
Yeah, definitely. You can see, and body language is everything.
Yes.
He was inside, from the inside with his last piece. He switches to a piece that should be going longer before it snaps. Now, the one thing about the first shot with any piece that could be deceiving is how strong it reacts off of the first roll. And you mentioned it before. Never picked it up during practice. It's fresh. It's untouched. It's clean.
And it's only, what does it hurt when you, oh my goodness. What does it hurt when you, when you're in practice, to practice with 3 balls, especially if it's only you and another person on the lanes? So you have more than enough time to get those out, to test the 3 different lines, to see what you can do during the match. Now he's fishing, now he's frustrated. He's already seeing that he's losing the match. Well, if I was him, see, he doesn't have any support down here. But if he did, I would tell him, I said, look, why don't you take your time now, relax, and get set up for the next game? There's 3 more frames in which to do it. Let's see what he does now with this ball. He comes out the ball nicely. He's still throwing that ring and 10 pin. So now, in that case, I would either tell him to step back 6 inches or move to his left.
I would even say walk a little slower and just get a little more fluid so his ball can finish through the pocket.
Well, sometimes for a younger player, it might mess with his timing.
Very true.
You know, that's why I said step back 6 inches. Step back 6 inches, and let's see what we're doing. Right now, he didn't take too many shots during practice. That's a youth thing. You know what I mean? That's what's going on with the youths. But Mr. Stevens, first of all, he's a money bowler. Number 1. Number 2, he's very competitive. That's the first thing that when I met him.
And confident.
Yeah, and very confident. He lacks no confidence at all. So let's see what he does now. If he throws another strike, look at him. He watches somebody else on another lane while he's blowing his match. Now you know you got to be confident.
Yeah, watching one of his fellow New Jerseyans, especially in the bowling world. Hall of Famer himself, Quentin Collins, over there throwing strikes.
Look at it. He's stepping out on this.
And he's stepping out on him.
See these little antics? This is what I don't like in bowling. Stay in your match. Don't do what other people do.
Well, we both don't do the antics because our knees don't do the same things anymore.
Well, we ain't talking about that. But I will say that he is full of talent.
Yes.
I like Mr. Dewan down in on SBC. He's another young fella that has full of talent. He's a young man that led his team SBC to the championship, was the MVP. These young players today are much better than a lot of people take them for granted for, but they have to learn the etiquette of the game and respect the game.
That's right.
All right, let's see what Mr. Stevens does here.
Now,
his shirt says White Phoenix, not White Property. Sorry.
Okay. Well, right now it seems like the Pens are owning Mr. Riordan, but hopefully he can get a little, get a little loan forgiveness on every shot he's throwing.
Well, he's
not throwing a bad shot. He just needs the Pens to do a little something.
Now it looks like here Mr. Stevens using a different ball. He's playing around. He's trying to see what balls he can do too. Which, if you're leading by that much, I would do the same thing.
Indeed, I've seen you do it.
Yes, thank you, sir. No disrespect.
And what do you agree about in terms of doing that? And like I always say, have a little foresight towards the next game.
Yes, because as we both know, lanes can change very quickly. Oh, see what I'm saying?
You said, and what did you say about the lanes changing quickly?
Now he already won the game, so he's very confident what he's going to do. Me personally, to me that goes to mindset in a game. I would not play around with any bowler because say we see Mr. Riordan begin to throw strikes now. Now Chris has to get back on his strike game and get refocused. It's not that easy. Now he's using a different ball. Let's see if he comes out now. Let's see if we come back.
Strike number two. Strike number 2 in the match.
In the whole game.
For Chris Riordan.
But that's the best ball that he's thrown all game thus far. If he throws a double here, his confidence can get back in the game.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? So sometimes, once again, you want to set it up so that as you get ready to go and bowl the next couple of games, you want to make sure that your confidence there. Mr. Riordan, unfortunately, can only go out for, what's that, 194?
Yeah, potential 194 finish and potential 216 finish for Keyshawn.
Well, Keyshawn already won the game. He just had to wipe his nose. Let's see what Mr. Riordan does again. See, he didn't finish that shot. He threw the ball real good on 14, but he didn't finish the shot on 13. He's a good bowler. It's a 10th frame, but he has to. This is where your mechanics. You have to pay attention to what you do as a bowler in order to finish the game. Everything is about finishing and getting ready, set, especially for him. Now he's going back to that summit. See, he's lost. He's searching. 'Cause I'm lost without you.
Well, one person who's definitely not lost and is definitely finding the pins to drop, but creating a trend. I mean, I'd be getting a little fast. Some, like you said, some of the younger bowlers, the more they bowl, the stronger they get, the faster they get.
Yes.
And sometimes speeding up, once you rolling consistently in your own track, you're going to see that ball react a little differently, not as strong. So now Keyshawn has to pay attention to those last 2 shots, not get ahead of himself. Yes, he will shoot 206 and win a heavyweight match. That is rare. So now what needs to also happen is he needs to remember those key, pun intended, key moments.
Key moments, that's
where
right.
that ball did not react the way it did. And he has to not put Riordan in his rear view. He has to look at him like he's on an equal playing field.
You have to take each bowler that you bowl against.
And you got to finish your food.
Finish your food. You can't play with your food, as I say.
No, you cannot.
So Mr. Chris Stevens goes out with a 206. Stop playing. And Mr. Riordan goes out with a 162.
Yo. So,
all right, Mr. Stevens. Yes, sir, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
You had him on the ropes early, which you did very well, but you started doing dancing, Michael Jackson moves and all that stuff on the lane. Can you focus this game, sir?
Yeah, I got you.
Your job is do what? Are you here to dance?
Nah.
You sure?
Sometimes.
Oh, Lord.
Sometimes. That's how I'm feeling.
Oh, that's what you put on
I got
the show?
you. Y'all want me to lock in for y'all?
Yeah, we want you to lock in because you not only is this match being broadcast, but other opponents will see you.
Yeah.
Okay? And so they're going to come prepared to open up a can. Now, you allow Mr. Riordan to get back in that game. He threw his second strike. What was that, in the 10th frame?
Yeah.
So let's see what you can do now on there to open this matchup. He doesn't have a clue right now.
All right.
All right? And he's fishing. He went fishing. I thought he threw his best ball with the black ball. He went back to the summit. He still lost. If he don't pick this up, he started off early wrong.
Okay.
All you have to do, sir, what are your thoughts in going into the second game?
Well, so far the shot that I got, I like it. I throw the ball a little hard sometimes, so I'm gonna try to soften it up and make good shots.
Okay, let's see what you do, sir.
Hey, thanks Malachi for getting those words with Keyshawn, and I'm gonna get a little word right here with Mr. Riordan. So first of all, welcome to the WCS heavyweight division. I know the first game didn't work out your way. I'm noticing that you're looking for a couple things. You're getting a couple different reactions. What are you thinking in terms of an adjustment?
I'm not sure right now. I'm still trying to fish out there for something that'll work. They're just hooking a lot more than they did this morning when we bowled the 9 a.m. squad. I get in with something strong and the ball just doesn't finish with the pins. And then you try to ball down and you square up on it and the ball just takes off running on you. So we'll figure something out. I think the goal will be to just stay inside and just be patient and let something shape. It's 7 games, so that game means nothing.
And I know you're down, but you're not out.
Yeah, not at all. 7 games, still a lot to go. So.
Okay, Mr. Riordan, let me ask you a question. You had an opportunity. You look very good throwing that black ball. Why did you come away from it?
I think the left lane is a little tighter than the right lane on that left side.
But that had your best look.
On the right,
Let's keep that in mind, sir.
yeah, on the right lane, I think I'm going to stay with that black ball, but I'm still fishing for something on that left lane. We'll figure it out.
Okay, you figured out.
Yeah. And you know what? Right now the match has gotten very interesting. We talked about transitions. And speaking of transitions, all of y'all that transition your screens and are checking out this match, UBA all day, Northeast Unholy Alliance weekend. Malachi Moore, the brain. Good to see you. Always a pleasure.
Dr. Sean Dyke.
Oh man, I'm a doctor now.
Yeah,
well,
you're
know
a
what?
doctor. You up to doctor status, sir.
Oh, I feel like
You go when you bowl, you operate on people. So
you know, we operating on media. Speaking of media, I want to send another shout out again for sponsoring this match, Anara Media. They are one of the reasons that UBA is the pioneers of this style of bowling. Team bowling, straight up bowling. Right now, we're getting it in. Since 2009, we're doing just fine. And he takes out all 10
Mr. Stevens
pins.
come back with a strike here. He's thinking about stop playing around with your food.
Yeah.
He saw that Mr. Riordan picked up his split, the same split this opposite split that Chris did, but Chris didn't pick it up, unfortunately. Now he's down. At least he came back with a strike. But now he has to get back in this game.
Exactly.
Now, Mr. Riordan, he has to, if he stands a chance to win this match, he has to throw a strike here just to take advantage of the opportunity of Mr. Stevens or having a split open in the first frame.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
what he does here. Hello.
And when we listen to the brain, we always find a way to maintain.
Oh my goodness, boy! I tell you, man, it's hard being right sometimes.
You know, this is the darkest I've ever seen Bobby the Brain Heenan look. R.I.P. One of the best managers, in all of history of wrestling. But this is not wrestling.
I'm taking this thing to a new level, baby.
You know what? We always taking it to that level. It's always going up, especially when it's Unholy Alliance. And whenever we have people who are vying for an opportunity to climb the ranks and be the next Northeast
Heavyweight champion
of the Northeast.
Now, the thing is, remember when we talked about earlier, you were talking about Mr. Stevens being the champion, this and that. Remember I told you, slow your roll because you never know. Look at this. Will you look at this?
Wait. And how, you know what?
See the smile on that young fella's
realize
face?
how good a call that was. You said slow your roll. He slows down his roll, and he gets back control of game number 2.
That young fella, Mr. Riordan, just took advantage of it. He threw 2 strikes in a row. He's putting a little bit of pressure on Mr. Stevens.
Yeah.
If Mr. Stevens throws a strike here, then he'll still maintain in the match.
Yeah.
But remember I told you can't take any bowler for granted.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, unfortunately, I think that's what he did. He switched to one ball before, and the first ball he threw in the second game, same ball that he ended in the first game, but it didn't really hit the pocket right now. He's behind because he had an open. Let's see what he does here. He needs a strike here. And he got the same split that he had earlier.
And you notice his speed is picking up a lot. He's getting more aggressive, getting faster, but at the same time, that's counterproductive for his backlane reaction.
Yes, sir. And it looked like his elbow went away from his body.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
You know what I mean? I'm not one to gossip or anything, but that's what I heard.
But I heard it from you.
Okay. Let's see if he picks this up. He needs to pick this up real quick, easy. All right, he picked that split up.
Well, he realized it's tax season. He didn't want to claim one child, so he claimed the second.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay.
But all jokes aside, Keyshawn, always gritty, and Chris Riordan, he's here for a reason. You know, Chris Riordan, we didn't get a chance to mention, coming at 230 plus. Averages 240s in certain houses.
Now, I spoke to Mr. Stevens. He said that he's a 215, 220 bowler at best. But he has a lot. Every bowler has a lot to learn in the match. This looks like the pattern, not the pattern, but the house shot that's out there looks like it could be 44 feet. Looks like the ball's going long. So you have to play the ball tight to the pocket. The question is, can he make his ball do what he got? Oh boy, he got a split.
And you saw right there, he tried to kind of tuck it a little bit and kind of force a little more of a backhand reaction. So right there, he's left the. Oh, it looked like we got the Nintendo 64 up there. We got the. You could even say 46, or you could say 64.
Well, let's see if he can pick it up. Once again, you never take your opponent for granted, and that's what I believe that Keyshawn unfortunately did. He threw the ball, he threw it right in the gutter. he's pressing now.
Yeah.
He's pressing now. The good thing is that he won the first game.
Yes.
Secondly, now he's on the opposite end where he has to gain his composure, slow himself down, get refocused, and then begin to throw strikes.
Good
That's
for
all
us.
he has.
Yeah, good for us though. We get a chance to
See a good match.
See a good match.
That's true. That's very true. All right, let's see if Mr. Riordan can continue to take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah.
This is why you throw 3 different balls during practice. And you try different lines so you know how to react. Now, this is something that, from an educational standpoint, look at that, Mr. Riordan. You don't play with a lefty in this house.
Yep.
Okay? He was questioning me when I said to him, I said, sir, your best ball was your black ball. He said, well, I'm not really feeling that good. We're comfortable with it. I said, son, just trust me. Go back to the black ball. And now look at him. He's striking all over the place.
Well, there you go. Well, you at that moment you may be the brain, but it shows that you have many voices too. So maybe you're the new voice of choice.
Here you go.
And speaking of choice, him making well, obviously the correct choice to go with that surface, that piece right now. He's piecing up every single frame.
Man, if he
with
throws
X's.
another strike here, once again, we might say goodnight, Irene, for this second game belonging to Steven. Oh, whoa. Now, see, what happened that time? What do you think happened? Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
I feel he got a little happy, as we say.
Yes, he got happy feet. His timing was off.
Yeah.
Exactly. He got a little happy feet. He left the 7-pin. Now, remember, his first ball that he threw in the first game, he missed that 7-pin. So let's see what he does. See if he can pick this 7-pin up. He picked this 7-pin up. This game is still going to be in his. He's going to be comfortably ahead. Mr. Stevens has 2 opens in this game. That's not. I don't never believe in allowing a guy. See? And that, for him to be a heavyweight in 230 ball, that cannot happen.
Yeah, he had put a good lot of money in his account there, but he just tapped into a savings right there.
Yeah, he couldn't make a withdrawal.
Yeah,
they said, you're overdrawn, sir.
Yeah, well, he's not in the red, but right now, if Keyshawn decides to read the lanes a little different and make good decisions, I think he can catch up, and I think he can cover the bill real quick.
Well, the super heavyweights, the guys that we've seen throughout the UBA be the champions, they know how to pick up their spares, especially a 7 and 10 pin. That's the hardest pin to pick up no matter who you are. But when you're trying to make your opening statement on the heavyweight list, you have to pick that up. Or else you make me and you look like superstars out this joint. Okay, Mr. Steve, did he get a strike? Oh, that 8-pin.
No.
8 count again.
Even though he left that, great surface choice.
Yes.
Definitely relax his feet.
What was that, the torque he threw?
That looked like the torque. I believe so.
Yes, looked like the torque.
And he likes the decision he made, and I think he's telling his other ones, his starters, that they can go on the bench.
Yeah, looks like the oil has been pushed down a little bit, and he's looking for a stronger reaction. So I'll give it to him on that. You see how that ball come back in?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, because let's look at it this way, he closed it up. Now right now he's down by about 52 sticks. Okay. He's going to have to, if he can begin to put a string of strikes together, and if Mr. Riordan, because Mr. Riordan has shown that from a mental standpoint, he can get rattled by not doing well throwing strikes. Okay, he missed the 7-pin, so if he keeps getting ringing 7-pins, he can allow Mr. Stevens to get back in this match. Let's see if he throws a strike here. All right, that's one.
And what should be a double is 8 count. I'm sorry, 8-pin. Spare strike, and he threw 2 shots that he really liked. Potential 225 finish for Keyshawn Stevens, potential 257 finish for Chris Riordan.
Well, Mr. Riordan just had to keep his head.
Yeah.
Right now, the White Phoenix was pushed back down.
Yeah, he needs to spread his wings.
Yeah, he need to do something. He need to try to get out there and try to work on his wingspan right now. He was looking real good. Let's see if he settled down. There you go. He's walking to the line like he's supposed to. Come out the ball perfectly. Let's see that ball. Okay.
Oh, well.
Oh, boy.
Shout out to one of the UBA OGs, the Pat Hollis in reverse. Normally the Pat Hollis is the 2-8-10. I'm normally hearing from him. Yeah, what up, Pat? But
What's up, Pat?
We have the inverse of it. We have the 3-7-9.
Well, once again, this is not a good situation here for him. You don't allow, when you're out as far as he was in the beginning, you never allow a guy to get back in the match.
Well, they say a speed bump can ruin your roll.
Yes. Now, see, that's a better shot that he threw than the first one. That should have been his first shot.
Yeah.
Calm down.
And oh, what a difference 2 frames can make.
Back-to-back opens. Now they both are tied. The only thing is Mr. Riordan has more strikes in a row.
True.
But if Mr. Stevens can throw 3 or 4 strikes in a row, he'll put more pressure. And once again, when the mental part of the game begins.
Yeah.
You don't become a champion just because you throw strikes. It's how you handle, what do you call it? Adversity throughout a match.
That's right.
That helps you to get back in the match.
There you go.
You know, nobody stands on and hitting strikes all the time, but there's not too many 900s in this game.
Yeah. And when you do everything right, everything adds up.
All right, looks like he threw a much better ball that time, but he's not following through. He's leaving his hand down. Bring your hand up, son.
And right there, we have 3 catastrophic frames for Chris Riordan, and now the carry down as well as bad shots are starting to rear their ugly
Well,
head.
the thing is right now, if he's any kind of bowler as a heavyweight, he should be able to pick this up. I'm not going to cut him no slack. You come in here talking trash. Well, okay, he picked it up.
He must have heard you.
That's right, because I was about to talk about him. See, didn't I say that? Didn't I say because he's a heavyweight, he should pick that up?
You know what? Hey,
Okay,
listen.
I don't care how young they are. I don't care. You have to bowl, son.
They're over here brain bashing people.
That's
over
right.
here.
Call your mama.
Well, he certainly shouldn't bash himself, because if he would have opened 3 times, then it would have had a very big paradigm shift, if you will, because he went from going to 257 to only being down to potential 236, and now it's definitely not even in the 230s anymore that he's in. Now it is a game.
Well, who do you think gonna win at this point, sir? Chris started out great. He started following through. He was locked in on his shot. Now he's not. Now Mr. Stevens switched to a different ball. I don't know if that's not the torque at all. Whatever, it could be the torque. Yeah, that looked like the torque.
We'll just call it the solution, because what was a problem is now almost seemingly fixed in these later frames.
You would think. I need to see him throw, because he's not throwing great on 14. I want to see him throw a strike on that side right now.
Well, beg to disagree. His first shot with that piece was great. The carry did not
It
come.
gave him a pin.
Yeah, he left the pin.
So it wasn't great. That's the second time he left the 8 pin.
Yeah, not all great shots are strikes. That's what I mean. In this bowling world, we all know.
That's true. You're right. You got to get lucky sometimes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Sometimes we stepped in sugar and it smelled like something else.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's see if we got something else that we could talk about. Let's see if we can get a double here. First double
Mr.
of the match.
Stevens needs a strike
Key.
here, only because. All right, there you go. Look
There
at
you
him.
go.
They ain't doing the dancing no more. He left Michael Jackson home, huh?
Well, you know what? Well, he's trying to do like the song in the background. He's trying to free his mind, and hopefully the rest of the frames will be followed with strikes.
That's right. Now this is a important strike here. He throw a strike here, he could actually pull himself ahead of Mr. Riordan.
Well, technically, if he goes out and Riordan goes out, Riordan still gets the win by 1 pin.
Yeah, I know. But I'm
now
saying,
the pressure is
it puts
shifted.
the pressure on Riordan. You can't take your opponents for granted. Let's see if Chris get a strike here. Ooh,
Oh, he popped up and got slow on
He
that
sure
one.
did.
He fished for that one. He wanted that one too bad.
That's true. I mean, I would have wanted it too.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? All he did was put more pressure on himself. He took the pressure off Mr. Riordan. Now Mr. Riordan can go up instead of having Chris having 3 in a row. He needs to pick this 10 pin up. If he picks it up, now Mr. Riordan has an opportunity to relax when he goes up to the on the lane and throw the ball and see what kind of result he gets.
And all over his 10 pin, but it almost slid off.
Almost ain't good enough. Thank the Lord he did pick it up.
Hey, man, all you needed to do is fall.
That's right.
If it falls before it hits the gutter, then it's all good. It's all good.
Well,
and
let's see. Now, Mr. Riordan, unfortunately, he put down the black ball. Now, the summit has not worked for him not one time today, but he still wants to. This is where youth come into play. Why would you continue to force a ball? This hasn't worked for you at all day yet.
well, I may see the writings on the wall with that ball if he's moving back inside.
But
Okay. So he softened up his hand a little bit. He moved inside, almost got a split, and he's sitting in his own head.
he's got to. No, it's not. No, I just saw he got a coach over there. that's sipping on some lime and some look like whatever he got in that cup. But
no.
he's not bowling. That's my thing. He's not even paying attention what he's doing. He sent him back to a ball that wasn't working for him. I wouldn't have told him to do that. Now watch this here. I would have told him stay with the black ball, move back 6 inches, and let the ball walk into the pocket. Okay, his ball was sailing long on him. Now he's telling him to follow through. What else would you say to him? Can we give him some help too?
Well, we are unbiased commentators, lovers of the game. But if I was who's talking to him, now you may disagree with this, I would say stay with the summit, but I would say move inside and just slow and just manipulate your own oil, create your own track. As long as you maintain pocket, you have a chance to last because as we see, Keyshawn gets faster with every shot and doesn't always get the carry.
And that's the reason why I said no to the summit.
But he never made the right move with his feet.
And sir, when you got a guy, now he's talking to his guy, they're having a little powwow over there. You know, he's getting coaching on the lanes in the match. I've never seen this before. What do you think? Do you think he should have coaching on the lanes?
Well, I never mind the coaching if the coaching isn't affecting the game against me. And a lot of times, sometimes you need a little something to put a battery in your own back. That'll put a battery in my back. It'll make me want to strike more.
Look at this. He went to the summit. That's the reason why I'm the brain.
Not for the spares.
And it don't matter. It should have been a regular strike ball. I said to him, put that summit down. He don't listen. He went to listening to his partner. Now his partner got him out the game now. He's flustered. He's not paying attention. He's not on my team. But if he would, I say go back to the black ball, move back 6 inches, and let your hand follow through. Follow through on the ball. Throw the ball with authority.
Kind of pipe it up. Try
Exactly.
to get it up together.
Yes.
In other words, keep it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
There you go. Well, we're going to say this.
It's not my match. Now
All
let's
I
see
know
Mr. Keyshawn, see if he can go out the door now. He throw a strike here, it's on. All right, that's one. Look at Mr. Keyshawn, he coming back talking to himself.
That's right. Sometimes you got to walk it like you talk it, and you got to talk it when you walk it.
That's right.
And he's doing both.
If he throws 2 strikes, he wins the match. He wins the second game.
Now, the one thing I can tell about Chris Riordan's game, I can tell he's used to shooting on many different things. Now, the one thing that bowlers who are used to bowling on a lot of different things, sometimes you have so much information in your head, you don't do the right things at the right time. You do the right things at the wrong time, and sometimes you do the wrong things also at the wrong time.
But sometimes you can not listen to the right person, which I think he's doing, and you'll be all over the place. Now he's very flustered, whereas when he listened to me, he was right on point. Okay, here go Michael Jackson again. Here we go.
Well, you know what?
Watch your mouth, son.
Is this stuff? Well, you know what?
That's
He's
right,
talking
baby.
his stuff.
Okay, you need 2 more, son.
Well, exit definitely opening up wounds on Total Mayhem
is he
members.
ever?
And you know what? Chris Riordan, now you're down.
He had this game in the bag, and he let him back in.
Well, yeah, he had a little.
Just when Mr. Stevens thought he was out, he let him back in.
Yeah, the game got a little greasy and slipped out his hand.
Oh my goodness!
But nevertheless, Keyshawn
got a strike right
on
here,
the game,
and that's it. Good night, Irene.
And that
Keyshawn
right there.
he said, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep.
He said, exit what?
Wounds.
And Mr. Riordan went from being in command of the game into losing the game. Now, there's a difference between winning a game and losing a game. He gave that game away by losing his focus. He switched balls when he didn't have to. Sometimes you just need to slow yourself down and think about what it is that the ball is doing. This is where in order to be a champion, you have to recognize these things. And Mr. Keyshawn just went out with a 204. These are not high scores, ladies and gentlemen.
Nope. You said you wanted from me?
I want you to focus, son.
That's a little focus right there.
No. Come over here. Get over here,
right
sir.
there, then.
Now, congratulations on the second game, all right? He gave that game away to you, okay? So now, as a bowler, you can see that he's flustered. He's looking for a clue. He better phone a friend or something.
Yeah.
Because he's lost.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not about the money. It's about the fact that he's lost his shot. Now, the difference is with you is that you kept what?
Fighting, kept finding it, kept digging. They thought I was down and out, man. I seen how they was looking.
Ball you went to?
That's a rhino tail right there, man. In the crib, drilled it. Brandon Burwell, man. Go get a ball drilled by my mans.
All right, shout out to Brandon Burwell, the ball driller.
Yes, sir. Drop the pin, man. That's all I got to say.
Okay, sir, you start this game off, right? Okay, let's see what you do this third game.
Hold on. I'm gonna just start ball.
Hold on, you can't throw a ball. Yo, you can't throw. It's a match. No, it's not. Yo.
Hey, you know what?
You know that guy?
It's high drama, man. We even got the spectators wanting to jump in on the action.
Everybody think they can bowl now.
And you know, if you want to get in on the action too, man, it may be too late or it may not be too late for you to get in your car. Come check out what's going on up here in Unholy Alliance here in Bowl-A-Rama, Delaware.
If you want to get on the WCS list, you got to come out and bowl.
Hey, if you want to get in the UBA, get a franchise.
Get your own match.
You know, get your own team.
match. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Get your own team.
Jeez, spectators coming up, walking out on the floor.
Yeah,
hey, man, it's the season. Let me show you.
I want to bowl.
Oh, my goodness.
But you know what? It is what it is. UBA all day. It's infectious, man.
All day, baby.
Hey, man, take it in like a good drink. And you know what? Speaking of good, it's always good to be back here in Bowl-A-Rama, here in Newcastle, Delaware. They've always been looking out for us, and we always appreciate them for allowing us to come back and
this
bring
match
more
is
energy.
sponsored by who again?
Inara Media.
Thank you, sir.
And this is for. And this right here is for an opportunity to get on the heavyweight list.
And Mr. Keyshawn comes back focused in the third game. He's up 2-0 in this match. I hope this is not a sweep. He said it's about to get fun. Did you hear that?
Oh, I heard it.
Okay, now, if he keep bowling like that, I think I want to bowl.
You know what?
I think I want to bowl them.
You think you want to bowl?
You know what I mean? I think we should do a doubles match against these boys.
And then, let's see what happens.
They don't
You
want
never
this
know.
work.
And one thing you never know a game is over because it's always sweet until it gets sour. It doesn't seem like it's going to get sour anytime for Keyshawn.
Okay, looks
but it
like,
needs to get
Mr.
sweet for
Riordan
Chris.
went back to the black ball. He just slowed his up. Come on.
And it seems like he's out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, he's out of his comfort zone. Now.
Yeah.
He's throwing the ball slow.
Yeah.
He can. This young fella can bowl. You can see the talent that he has.
Yeah.
Bowl-A-Rama is not an easy house, especially on the low end to bowl at.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We ain't going to talk about that, all the chatter on the page about the low end and the scores. But we will talk about a good spare conversion by Chris Riordan.
But see, my thing is this. On a one-on-one matchup, I don't care where you bowl at. It's you against the lanes.
Yes.
So no matter whether you bowl on a high end or low end, your job is to make the adjustment, figure it out, and do what you got to do.
Exactly.
All right.
You never want a one-on-one to turn to two-on-one.
Exactly.
And
This is not the crying game.
And right now, the partner that Keyshawn has is the lanes. Him and the lanes are one. And you know what? Him and the lanes are dropping the pins.
Yes, they are. Now let's see if Mr. Riordan can throw. He went back to the summit. He's still vacillating back and forth between the two balls, the black ball and the summit. He wants you the summit on lane 13. Let's see what he does. Sometimes you have to trust what you think too as a bowler. I don't think he should use that ball, but hey, who am I? Okay, he throws a strike there.
Yeah.
All right, but you see how he finished the shot?
Yes, and stay
Okay,
down
that's
on
all
it.
he has to do is finish the shot. He kept his speed up. Mr. Riordan kept his speed up, and he followed through on the shot. So what that means to you, sir, is that you just have to have confidence in your game right now, okay? On that other shot, you didn't finish your shot. That's the reason why you left you got left 3 pins.
Right.
All right? Look at me. You're a good bowler. You got to have confidence. Throw the ball like you know how to.
Yeah, I got it.
I ain't gonna talk to you no more. Get out there and bowl. Get away from me. Come on. All right, Mr. Keyshawn is back. He throws a double. Let's see if Mr. Keyshawn can finish making the trio and go up at least by 10.
And you know what? Keyshawn looking.
Uh-oh. I didn't like that shot. He got his hand. You buying chicken wings, sir? Because he's showing up chicken wing that.
Well, the weather outside is a little cold and definitely
And
it's
I'm
chilly
getting
out there.
hungry, you know what I mean? So when people throw chicken wings, that means in our bowling alley, you got to buy everybody on your team. You got to buy them chicken wings.
Okay, well, you know, I got to come to your team, man.
Well, come on, brother.
Nah, beloved all day. But you know what? I'll say you one thing. If he does give an opportunity, he doesn't want to make himself look like barbecue chicken. But it was looking bad before,
They got
and
teriyaki.
that got good.
Okay, he picked that up. He needs to close his spares. See, this is the thing. This is where being youth comes into play. He had an opportunity to go 3 strikes in a row.
Yeah.
But because he got callous or cavalier, his arm came away from his body. He threw his ball. He left 3 pins out there.
He's not even from Cleveland.
Exactly. That could have been disastrous. Let's see if Mr. Riordan can throw a double here. Let's see what he does here. He loves the summit ball. Okay, he finished with some authority. I still think he's using the wrong ball on that pair.
Yeah.
You should use the black ball on the 14.
Well, hopefully he does listen to that. You know, it's very hard, especially when you really don't trust anything you're throwing right now, and not taking anything away from his talent. He has his average for a reason. And you know what? Sometimes, you know, there's days where you will have a struggle, and he is struggling right now.
Summit.
And you know what? For all those saying, oh, no, I'm not bowling a lefty, so Keyshawn said anybody can get it. He ain't scared of none.
Keyshawn ain't scared of nobody.
He ain't scared of
that
nobody.
young fella there,
he said lefty
he
what?
has so much confidence, it's almost crazy. I think he bowled Josh Valdez, but he lost to Josh Valdez at Majestic when I saw him that time.
But he might have to get that lick
But
back.
don't worry. I beat Josh Valdez that same day. All right, so don't worry. Josh Valdez is a good bowler.
That's called get back, ladies and gentlemen.
Get back, yeah. Watch how this is. Look at this. Do you see this? Do you see this?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. You talk about a kick back. He got back
Yes,
in
he
frame
did.
number 4, and he's looking like a potential Dutch situation. He can't figure out 14, but 13 looking good. Wait, Rick, I got a bet for you.
Bet for me?
Yeah, for every 5 in a row you throw, Malachi owe you push-ups.
I bet.
I'll do it. Yeah. He said now we.
Oh, we might have inspired him. And you know what? Though back-to-back taps, or back-to-back non-strikes rather, may inspire Chris Riordan as well as watching you do push-ups.
Whatever. Y'all act like I can't do them.
Oh,
I can do them
that
all
ball
day.
Act like it didn't want to react.
He
and hit
said
that
5.
pin right
Now
there.
let's see if he get the 5 first before I even have to worry about that.
Hey man,
But I'll do them. I'll do them on TV.
Hey man,
I don't care.
Sometimes in order to
motivate
ignite,
somebody, yeah.
ignite the hunger of the beast. Sometimes you got to dangle a steak or
A little
something.
carrot. I hear you. Let's see what Mr. Keyshawn does here. He needs a strike here just to maintain his lead. Right
Yeah.
now he's up by 6, but that's suspect. You never take your opponent for granted. Okay, and he picks up a strike here.
Yeah, it gets a
Did
little
you see how
merciful
he kept his elbow in?
He did.
He followed through. The shot looked very good.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Steven.
Yeah, right inside the oil right
Yes,
there.
sir. Now he just has to stay focused on his game.
That's right.
He has a great game. He just has to stay focused.
I'm sorry, we couldn't hear you. He needs to stay what again?
Focus.
Yeah. It's all about
You
focus,
funny.
focus, and focus.
All right, let's see if Mr. Riordan can actually capitalize on this and throw a couple of strikes in a row. Put some pressure on Mr. Steven. He hasn't done anything yet. Now, I told you he needed to go to the black ball on this pair. He don't listen. I said black ball.
Hey, there's no coaching and commentating.
Yeah, you right.
How you gonna question people coaching on lane? You coaching on the mic.
Hey, I'm coaching from back here. It still ain't make no difference. He ain't listening.
Sounding like a football coach right here, screaming to the players on the field. And open frames. They definitely hurt games.
Well, you know what? He might as well pack his stuff up. This ain't his day.
Well, you know what? There is a legendary team that has folded. Their name was Classic Walkdown.
Oh,
now,
no, you didn't.
Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen because based on how it's looking, it might not happen, but we never count anyone out. We've walked people down before. And he needs to find something. Even if you're fighting to get a game, to not get swept. Sometimes it could all start with that one game. because nobody ever wants to
Well,
get
let's
that
put it this
4-0.
way. Mr. Stevens has allowed him. He's allowed him to stay in the match.
Yes, he has.
He's made it much easier for him to want to be able to bowl. Now, Mr. Riordan just needs to get a clue and finish the shots. He finished the shot. His ball is actually looking pretty good as he comes out the ball. Well, the other thing is when you're bowling one-on-one, your opponent is not your friend. Okay? I mean, I don't mind slapping hands and everything, but you ain't my best friend. We'll be friends afterwards. But I want a good matchup here.
You shook my hand.
Oh, shut up.
And
You different. Me and you are very good friends. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's just put that out there.
I feel
We're
that.
very good friends. I would do anything. Love you like cook food.
I feel that. And speaking of food, Keyshawn, like you said, not playing with his food. And right
That's
now,
right.
he's smelling a bigger plate potentially in his future.
He smelled a steak that he about to drive into his well, not let me watch what I say.
Well, you know what? His ball definitely has the right pin drop.
Yes.
In terms of location.
I like that. Pin drop, yes.
Yeah, because that's what he is. He's dropping the pins.
Okay. Let's see what he does here. I thought his hand went out too far. He got lucky.
Yes, he did.
He went chicken wing again. That's 2 chicken wings, by the way.
Only 2 wings?
Just 2 wings.
Well,
That's
Chris
it.
Rock only ordered 1.
Uh-oh, let's see if we can get a full platter.
Oh, no, he ordered 1 rib.
Oh,
For those
yeah,
who want to
yeah.
get on me about my movie references. Hashtag worst referencer on the mic. But definitely, definitely worst time to give a little hope.
Well,
now,
if he's going to do that, he was already on 2 strikes, but he needed to close that frame. Now, this is where focus comes into play. Let's see what Mr. Riordan does. Now, he's using he's using the summit on the right lane again. We mentioned to him several times that he should use the back ball, but this is where what's it? Insanity is what?
Oh, repeating the same thing and looking for a different result.
I don't see the result changing. I asked him to use the black ball.
Well, sometimes when we ask, we don't always receive.
You're right. You know what? And this is part of growing pains. This is part of growing pains as a bowler, as a person who wants to be seen as a threat on the heavyweight list. Now, if I was on the heavyweight list, I wouldn't feel so threatened by these guys.
Well, and that's a common mistake that's made. Sometimes we see, certain matches,
he missed the 7th.
and then again, and let's take into account, Keyshawn's been on camera before. He's competed, here before. He's fighting for a chance to get back in the hunt. Once you get over that, especially it's almost like when you go into the ring against someone who's been there before.
Yes.
Even if they haven't won many fights, they've been in the ring. This is our first time to see Chris Riordan, although it is not the performance that he would like to display. It only builds you to get stronger for your next matches. You get a chance to look back at this. How do I get better? What mistakes did I do? What things did I not do?
Now, I actually like that last ball that he threw. He just didn't come through it with authority. His timing is off. He's fishing so much. And I think that he needs to have an opportunity to regroup in his mind and say, I just want one good game. The question now is, what is he going to do? Mr. Perry is here. He said the champ is here.
Oh, what up, Mr. Perry?
What's up, Mr. Perry?
That's right. Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir, on beating Mr. Brandon Bonamico. He was a good champion. Y'all have gone back and forth. I don't know what the series is between the two of you, but I'm sure Mr. Bonamico will be seeing you again, sir. Good, great win. I hope that once again that you represent accordingly. You're a very good guy. Love you as a person. Want to see you be a good champion.
Yep. And you know what? You're not the only person that wants to see him. Apparently, it looks like Keyshawn wants to climb that ladder. He's bowling like he wants to send a message. And this is a great performance today. You have to have...
Not great. That's not great.
Great in terms of...
He did good enough to win.
Well, good enough to win is true. But great in the sense that he saw opportunity and he jumped on it.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. He just sees the opportunity, but he has a long way to go before he gets up to see Mr. Key Perry.
Very true, too. But we already know he's not scared to go step in the ring and swing.
Well, that's the first part of bowling. Oh Lord, did you see that? That was a hawk. That's a hawk strike.
Hey, an X is an X, and I know Mr. Riordan would like to see more of those X's.
Well, the first 2 games are not indicative of what both of these guys' talent levels are. You have to see going forward what exactly has to happen in order for these guys to really start to seize the opportunity in bowling. Right now, they're going to have a commercial break. This match is being sponsored by
Anara Media. We want to definitely thank them for sponsoring this WCS Northeastern Heavyweight, potential opportunity down the line. Anybody who's looking to get on the list is not only the Northeast Heavyweight list, there's lists in the Central as well as the South.
And all you have to do, if you think you're good enough to beat these gentlemen, first of all, you got to be willing to get out there and prove yourself. All you have to do is take $10 to get on the list. Then you have to pay $40 one-time registration fee, and then each month you pay $25. And there's great talent on each list. There's nobody better than the other. That's the reason why everybody decides who's the best by bowling on a list.
That's right.
We don't want to hear, oh, I could beat this person. Well, when you said you could beat somebody, you didn't. When you bowled them, you didn't win. So look at that. Did you see? You know what I mean?
I was hoping you didn't see it.
I didn't see it. Did my eyes just deceive me? I told him use the black ball on the right lane, right?
No.
Told him use the summit on the 13, right?
Your lenses are nice and clear, and you saw it.
I mean, I do wear glasses, but I ain't that blind. Jeez.
Well, before he was blind, hopefully now he can see.
Now he done seen the light. Because if it was me, I'd be trying to go off on the sheet to see, hope that Mr. Keyshawn throws a split in his first ball in the 10th frame.
No, yes, and you know what? There is only a little bit of light left in the entire match now because the margin
now,
of
I said to him that he used the summit on the 13.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to say nothing. Young people just don't listen.
Well, shout out to Gordon Pepper because now in this situation he would say the margin of error now is El Cheapo 0. And 0 pins left on the lanes on that.
There's nothing else to say about this game.
Now, the one thing it's looking like based on it.
Okay, Mr. Perry said, I welcome anyone that thinks they can beat me. Okay, that's anybody, Mr. Perry?
So basically, you're saying beat you if they can, survive if you let them?
That's a lot of confidence, Mr. Perry. You just got the belt, sir. In fact, Mr. Perry's next opponent is a former teammate of his, Mr. Ducky Russell.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Duck.
Shout out to Ducky. He's a former heavyweight champion himself. I would love to see that match. That matchup could be very, very promising. Ducky is not a person that you take lightly at all.
I'm gonna get a quick word with Chris. Yeah, what up, Chris? Oh. So, Mr. Riordan.
Once again, Michael Jackson is back.
You're down 3-0. Now you have an opportunity to either get swept and it won't feel good, or you get a chance to be a part of the walk down crew. Because, I've seen walk downs happen, and I would love to see it happen here because we love Game 7s.
I think I'm going to figure it out, and I think I'm going to give him a run for his money, make him more.
The pins are there. Go get them. Go get your food. It's waiting for you.
All right, see what happens.
All right, cause some mayhem out here, yo.
I just want to say something, sir. Now, you young. What did I tell you throw on the 13?
The black one.
The summit. I told you on the 14, throw the black one. You threw strikes with the black one on the 14, and you went away from, you threw the black ball on 13. Summit on 13, black on what?
On 14.
Now go up there and throw some strikes, son. Represent.
Okay. Let's go, man. Man, me back.
What you saying now?
He back here college coaching.
Oh, here you go now.
He's back here in college.
So I think
Why you ain't tell me what ball to throw?
I like him to beat you this game.
I don't like that. I'm sweeping him. I'm getting him out of here.
You sure?
I'm gonna spin around on every ball.
Really?
I'm spinning around on every strike ball.
Did you hear that, Sean Dyke? He gonna spin on
It
it.
sounds like he got the location. And what you about to do? You about to
Drop the pin, man.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
spinning that block.
All right, we're gonna see. You
Every single ball.
better finish this, sir.
Every single ball.
He threw a nice ball that time.
No, he definitely did.
He threw a nice ball.
Yeah. Almost did not count for a strike.
That's true.
And there's a lot
But
of
you
almost.
can see his potential as a bowler, you see how that ball came through the shot. I like what he did that time. He looks much more confident. He threw the ball. He came through the ball nicely. He just didn't finish it. That's all.
Yeah, you know, it's almost like Raging Bull. That scene where LaMotta was holding when he's holding on to the ropes and he's just taking the shots. He's hopefully to look at Keyshawn in the eye and say he never knocked him down. But it's not looking good.
That's right. Not
for
right
Mr. Riordan.
now, but I think Mr. Riordan going to win this game.
Oh, bold prediction there.
I think he's going to win this game.
Well, you know what? Not for
Hang
nothing.
in, buddy.
I'm always a big
good shot, though.
Anytime someone seems like an underdog, you know, no one loves an underdog more than me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know,
I just want to see him win one game.
I do.
I think if he win one game, anything can happen.
Oh yeah, anything can happen as long as you have frames left. You always have a chance to still show something.
Right now, let's see if Mr. Keyshawn does. If he throws a strike here, or if he throws a spare, who knows? He said he gonna dance with him. Look at that.
Well, you know what? He danced.
Left that 9-pin.
And you know what? Every single pin like what the DJ was playing except for the 9-pin. The 9-pin was standing by the wall right there. He didn't like the playlist. He didn't like the selection right there.
Look, remember, when you dance on the lanes, it also takes away from your focus. So he said he's gonna dance. He said let him dance.
You know, yeah, let the music play for Key Glock. He said he's going to spin the block. Right now, he's firing shots.
Yeah, let him spin the block.
Yeah,
you know
let's see what happens.
I want to see him spin the block because he's going to give Mr. Riordan the opportunity to stay in this game.
But you know what? With every single time someone questions him and you question what he's going to do, I think he's going to do it more and more. So, you know, if you're in the comments, what do you think? Should he keep spinning and winning, or what should he do? Or should he lock in?
Next, what's that? Something average bowler, inexperienced and afraid to see different balls on different lanes. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyone can beat anyone on any given day. That's true. That's very true.
That's very true. Everybody got a plan until what?
That's why we always say
everyone has a plan until what?
Until you get the first punch.
That's right, and until you get hit in the mouth.
That's right. Oh, Lord.
And let that man dance. The people them sing.
Okay, we're going to call him the
He
dancing
said every
bear.
ball.
Okay.
That's right. Yo, so is it like that?
It's like that.
Well, you know what? He's trying to make Riordan make an exit.
Okay, but let's see if Mr. Riordan might come back and throw strikes here. I still believe in this young fella.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And you know what? The one person who definitely believes in him and needs to believe in him every shot is himself.
That's true.
Sometimes you need only the man in the mirror.
Look at that shot. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh.
Well,
you ain't never seen nothing like that before.
Got to follow through. He's leaving his hand down. He's got to follow
now
through.
The one thing that what you're watching right now is a good example of what it is like to have game on and off the lane. Sometimes the best bowlers just bowl. Sometimes the ones who have the most heart and know how to get into your head, they will show you that they do not bat an eye to anything you throw. And right now, Keyshawn is showing him that he has confidence with every single shot. He's walking it out, styling, profiling, dropping the pin, spinning and winning, doing all that.
I'll say this much: when you're up 3-0, and your opponent is still fishing, you can do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can do that.
And there's a reason why you also do that, to make them not want to fight back. Because sometimes you dance so much in someone else's face, you make their feet tired. And let's see what's happening with his feet.
Great. Ooh, another swinging 10-pin, 7-pin. It's all right. It's all right. Hang in there, son.
You know what? Like I said, unfortunately, this is not the performance that he wanted to show for his inaugural one. But hopefully, he definitely knows that we want to see more of him, and we want to see more of anyone who thinks they can step onto the lanes and show their game. Right now, Keyshawn showing you the key to victory is believing in yourself. And you know, he believes that as long as there's a pin to drop, he's going to drop it.
Let's see if Mr. Riordan can pick this 7-pin up. And he does. Very good. Very good. All right. All right. He's not out of it yet.
Let's go, King.
Come on, buddy. Come on. No, he's not out. He's not out yet.
He out. Let's go, King.
Come on, Mr. K. Hang in there, son.
You know what? Sometimes it is the noise in the background that could drown out one. And right now, he seems like he's gasping for air right now.
Well, this is the UBA. The UBA is a place where got back-to-back. Where this guy come from?
Well, you know what? He's UBA all day too. Shout out to the people. It's all about the people.
That's right.
And right now, it's all about
Keyshawn looking to
Glock
put
right
on
now.
the show here.
Keyshawn Stevens showing you
Well, Mr.
that he
Stevens-
has the key and he wants to, he don't even want to use his key for the door. He's trying to kick down the door on the heavyweight list and let you know that he's on your couch and he's putting his shoes on it too.
That's true. He looks like he if he throw another strike here, he looks like he wants to end this match quickly. That ring and 10 pin.
That's all right, but you know what? He hasn't missed the pocket yet.
That's true. He's nice, solidly into the pocket. He kept his arm in, so he don't owe no more chicken wings.
No, he does not.
But you got to pick up the spare.
Well, we may not own any more wings, but right now he's deep frying Mr. Riordan right now, and unfortunately, he's gonna have to leave a little salty.
This will be a good lesson for both bowlers.
Yes, it is.
It's a good lesson for both bowlers. We both have bowled in here at Bowl Around. We know that on this level. Okay. We both know that on the lower end, it's the lanes play tighter. You have to be able to have a good eye for it. You have to come through the ball correctly.
That's right. Sometimes you gotta attack. Chris Riordan didn't work with him trying to finesse the lanes, and he tried to go up the lanes, didn't look comfortable. But you know what, Keyshawn, he's a big fan of the same thing that, well, Gordon Pepper is. He always preaches down and in, and Key Glock was giving us down and in all day with his shots, and unfortunately, he cannot kick out the corners. He has those, I like to call leadership pins. They are not followers. They are leaders, and they like to stand on their own toes.
And I like Mr. Riordan's. He looks like his form is good. Just not hit. Sometimes you can hit it, sometimes you can't. That was like on the right side. That seemed like the best follow through that he's had all game. All right, he picked up that 10 pin.
Yeah,
there's not no tap, but he's still in the match.
Yeah.
He's down by 26.
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do, because, anything can happen. Keyshawn can get a spare, or he can get a split. Next thing you know, he's back in the match. That's why.
What a difference a frame can make.
A frame can make,
but,
right.
but like I said, body language is everything, and you can look in his eyes, and the eyes, they never lie.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not a situation where he's just going through the motions and throwing balls just to
end the match.
Just to end the match. Let's see.
He doesn't look like he's doing that. He looks like he's still trying to. There you go.
Yes, he goes.
He's still
Sometimes
trying to make
You got to show a little fight.
Yes.
He's not flatlining left.
Right.
But Keyshawn has his hand on the plug. It's all a matter if he's going to yank that plug out.
Way to go
and
through.
if
Go
we're
ahead.
going to see good night, Irene,
That's
as
right.
Malachi
He just
likes to
said,
say.
you never know.
You never know.
You never know. Anything can happen. Keyshawn let him back in the match. Remember, he threw some weird missing the 10 pin. But looked like he's back on it again.
Well, instead of taking a chance at missing that 10 pin, he made sure he got all 10 pins on the first shot.
I like this guy.
And, like I said, I've seen Key before in the lanes. No matter what, and one thing I like about him, no matter it's 140 or 240, you will get the same Keyshawn.
Yes, you're going to get the same
Yeah.
level of competitiveness.
Yeah, no pirate syndrome of him. You'll never see him walking around with a sunken chest.
That's true. Now, if he's now that he's on his way, is in the fourth game. Let's see what he can do in terms of this next ball.
You're right.
Okay, second double in the match. Yes, sir. You see anything in the comments, sir?
Well, I basically see right now, not your average bowler saying that it's your boy Agent Zero. Yeah, Agent Zero saying what's up to you.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who taking the time to watch this, and shout out to Anora Media for sponsoring this not only exhibition match between two potential contenders,
up-and-coming heavyweight bowlers in the Northeast, yes.
in the Northeastern heavyweight division. But shout out to everyone else who is either watching and looking to get on a list, or if you just like, just that good old-fashioned head-up bowling action that you will get from some, but you're not going to get it like this. This is the Pioneers, and we are the Pioneers, UBA all damn day. And you know what? Unholy, it is what it is up here in Bowl-A-Rama here in Delaware. Unfortunately, it is not the best situation for Chris Riordan of Total Mayhem.
Not today. He ran up against Mr. Stevens. Mr. Stevens is doing dancing moves on the lanes.
Oh, yeah. He's dancing.
Throwing strikes, too, I might admit.
Yeah, when the DJ play the right playlist all night, you're going to keep dancing all night.
Yes, sir.
Water for what? Straight. No ice either.
All right, let's see if Mr. Riordan can at least throw a strike here on lane 13. Good ball. He's throwing it right there.
Well, those are what I like to call the screw it shots.
Yes.
You know, you've given it your all the other games, and you're tense, and you have a tendency to loosen up once you feel like a game may be over.
At this point, I think that he's more, like you said, lost his confidence, but he sees that he's actually throwing the ball better in this match. So as a consolation prize, you want to be able to take something away as a bowler. You don't want to feel like you're getting just beat down the whole time.
Yeah, you don't want to feel like it.
Now Keyshawn has 3 in a row. Mr. Riordan has a lot that he has to come up on. Let's see, he's down now by, what's that, 36 points, 36 pins now?
By a good margin.
Yes, 36 pins. And also Keyshawn is on 3 in a row.
Yes.
This could get ugly very fast.
It could be, you know.
Let's see what he does. Ah. Sometimes, you know, the 3-6-10 is not always easy to pick up.
Makeable yet missable?
It's a makeable yet missable, yes. Depending upon how you throw that ball, you might chop it. You might ring that 10 pin. Mm-hmm. You never know. You can't take that shot for
granted. Or might take the 6 clean, or you might just do
it the right
none
way.
of that
exactly.
and actually pick it up.
Exactly. Mr. Keyshawn seems like he's real focused now in this match.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like he wants to get rid of this game.
Well, they say once you get a man down, you're not supposed to let him get back up. You know, that's what they say. And you know what? I will say this. You know what? Chris Riordan, shout out to him. You know, stepping on the lanes, you know, giving it a shot. You know, the only shots you truly miss are the ones you don't take.
That's right.
He took a shot, but unfortunately, it looks like he's going to leave here with 3 feet and 15 toes, if you know what I mean.
A little lighter in the pocket by $100, but that's okay. A little small thing to that young fella. Still another ring, 7 pin. What'd you say, Keyshawn?
He's a great bowler, man. Great competitor. As y'all see, y'all gonna see the match. It was never just a shut and open match. Like, it was never one of those. He definitely made me make some shots, a lot of shots. So you feel me? He's a great bowler.
That's nice, kind words for you to say, sir. Back to the match.
Yeah, man. You know what? And you know what, Key? Shout out to you being, you know, showing that you got that dog in you. But you know what? You know, like I like to quote Styles P, being a gangster and a gentleman on the lanes. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely got some work to do, though. I got a lot of work to do. A lot of work. A little more dog in me. Gotta grow the dog a little bit. I'm probably a little pit right now. I gotta be a Great Dane, though. Cane Corso, I'm trying to get there.
Little puppy right now?
Yeah, I wouldn't say a puppy, but, you know.
Little puppy power?
My feet a little wet, but I'm like a little pit bull, but I'm trying to get to a Cane Corso.
Okay, we can see that. We can see it in you on all levels, sir. You just have to bear down and do what you got to do.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. A lot of work to do. A lot of work to do.
So you saying you're not ready for the champion right now?
I'm ready for anybody. Hey, yo, put me across anybody. Yo, never. This heart is very strong. It pumps hard. You feel me? This heart pump hard.
You know what? As long as you around, and if you got the Addy and you want to send it, you only got to do one thing.
Drop the pen, man.
That's all you got to do.
I like that.
And you know what? And again, yo, I want to send a shout out right here. I want to get, you know, some more words of Chris Riordan. Yo, you throw a great shot. You know, we all know how it is. This game, you know what, some days you're the dog, some days you're the hydrant. And unfortunately, today was not your day. But, you know, I don't think we're going to see the last of you.
Nah, definitely not. Listen, he did what he was supposed to do. Yeah. He called me on a bad pair. He seen me struggling from the rip. He made good shots when he had to. He made all his spares. He did what he was supposed to do. Oh, get it out!
Don't be rooting for him.
But are you rooting for a potential 7-10 pickup? This would be our first 7-10 pickup on the stream.
He throws it hard enough. He might make that.
He might. Let's see if we can get a 7-10 pickup right here. First one that we ever picked up on camera.
If you had a strike in that 9th frame, it would have been different. It could have been interesting in that 10th frame.
Wrong way.
It bounced the wrong way. You know, but you know, shout out to you for being a classic competitor, both of y'all.
Just want to say thank you for bowling tonight. Yeah. You really did an admirable job. It's just that you kept getting tapped. That's all.
Listen, it happens, you know. Some days I just shot 796 over there for the back three first squad. I come to this pair. Listen, he did what he was supposed to do. He caught his opponent on a bad pair, took advantage of every opening he had, which was a lot of openings. Did what he was supposed to do.
All right, sir. We look for
Do the same thing when it's your day, right?
That's right.
right because we know one day you're gonna be a menace.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we don't hate players. We only hate the game.
We try to encourage the young bowlers to keep growing.
That's right. And you know what? Speaking of growing, Keyshawn was growing with confidence with every opportunity he was able to take advantage of, and he definitely showed that if you give him opportunity, he does not waste it. Because waste makes haste.
That's true. He didn't play around with his food. He just said, "That's habit, and I'm gonna show you why I'm the best." I'm not mad at him. He did a great job.
Yes, he did. He came in here. He understood the assignment.
Yes, he
and
did.
He got the win. And you know what? All we had to do was drop the pin. and he was dancing all day, just like
All day, like Michael Jackson.
and just like UBA, because it's UBA all day.
All day. That's right.
And one for the road right there. 223 finish. Nice finish for Keyshawn. And it's a 4-0 in the favor of Key Glock himself of Exit Wounds, who will now be moving up, and we will be seeing more of him hopefully in the future. And maybe down the line we'll see him with a little bit of hardware around his waist. He's still got to grind up, but he's not afraid of the grind.
The thing I like about Mr. Keyshawn is that he recognizes that he's not championship level, but he's not afraid of the opportunity. And that, for me, is huge when you start talking about climbing that belt list. You have to have an attitude of, I'm not afraid of anybody.
That's right.
I'm willing to bowl you. I'm willing to learn, because in learning, that's how you get better. That's how you take your game to another level.
Yeah,
and it only can help your own team.
Yeah.
Like some of these guys look on the cruiserweight list, I would expect that list to be even stronger or bigger, because a lot of guys need to see, hey, I need to get out there and bowl.
Yeah.
It's not about the distance. You're always going to bowl halfway in between each bowler unless you bowl at a UBA event. And then at this point, you want to make sure that these guys can continue to get better and better as a bowler.
That's right. And right there, that's your winner right there. Key Glock. Yo, what you got to say, brother?
I'm drop the pin, but y'all always know it's Exit Wounds every day, all day too, man. Hey, y'all gonna see us in the playoffs, man. We starting a little slow, but I guarantee we make it there. We one of the ones.
You one and one? Well, as long as they got a bowler like yourself, what's your average now in the UBA?
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I want to say 220, maybe 220. I'll give me that. Nothing higher than that, though. I don't think.
Okay, so you're saying that your team is on the up and coming because of a bowler like yourself, correct?
For a team like ourselves.
Exit Wounds, I'm looking for great things from y'all, hearing from Mr. Keyshawn Stevens. And we're going to say thanks for, once again, who's our sponsor?
Anara Media. Shout out to Anara Media once again.
Shout out to Anara Media, man. Hey, look.
Thank you, Anara Media.
Grow the sport of bowling, man. Thank you, Anara Media, for the opportunity. Thanks for the match, for sponsoring the match. Exit Wounds, Key Glock, drop the pen.
That's right.
Bowl to win, we drop.